Before we start, I gotta tell you that when we do the interview,
yes,
it's completely unedited, so whatever you say, stay. So,
Okay.
no pressure, bro, no pressure.
There's
But,
pressure. Okay, no worries.
So let's start with your name, age, occupation, and yeah, we'll start with that.
Okay, my name is Jason Triplett. I am 32 years old. My occupation is undetermined at the moment, but I am getting into the art of filmmaking. Just trying to develop that here in Guam. And the last question was what is my ethnicity, right?
Yeah, how about your ethnicity?
My ethnicity, I can go through the list. It's German, Swedish, Irish, French, and Chamorro.
Excuse me, did you say Camaro?
Yeah.
No, Chamorro?
Chamorro.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I like to say Chamorro.
Okay, very cool, man.
Okay.
Your background. It pretty much, you have two aspects to your background right now. There's the physical, I guess, background of your martial arts background, and also the filmmaking background. So let's talk about the physical background you have, like your experience in, well, why we're here, which is us talking about parkour.
Okay.
But how you came about, getting into parkour, because parkour is fairly new, isn't it?
Okay. Well, at an early age, I've just been really inspired to be naughty, actually. Naughty as far as stop jumping on the furniture, stop running in places you're not supposed to, and that sort of thing. So, but it's no matter how many times I've been disciplined about it, I just keep doing it. It's just something I grew up with. So playing is what we call it when kids play. It's very important. It's about developing and learning an environment and learning by yourself. And today I still try to play. I try to incorporate that and not forget it, because most people, when they grow up, they forget how to play, and that should be a part of your life. So a lot of my determination in life is to continue to play. And so at an early age, watching different martial art films like Karate Kid was a big inspiration. It inspired me into the idea of martial arts, Mr. Miyagi's whole respect, not using the art to fight, using it as a lifestyle, and that really stuck with me. And then other people I looked up to was like Jean-Claude Van Damme. I just really liked his movement. It was a very beautiful movement.
There were actually some cool pictures of you online, I believe, with you doing like the splits like that. So look it up. I think it's on Facebook. I don't know.
It's on it's on Facebook. It's had so yes, it looks great in pictures, and that's kind of like my whole interest in martial arts is not to fight or anything like that. It's more all about the movement. I really like the way the body can adapt to certain things and perform certain ways.
So what was your how'd you start out early on, like
with martial arts?
After, like before you said you were just you just started playing around, and then what did you get into?
Well, I got into martial arts because I was inspired by movies. Movies are like really the foundation for all my inspiration. So I got into Taekwondo at the age of 16. I was trying to find an art that would focus on kicking, because I wanted to be like Jean-Claude Van Damme. And so Taekwondo was the closest thing to perfecting the kicks. And I got into that. I got out of it because then I wanted to try other styles, like Kung Fu and the animal styles. And Wushu was something I really wanted to try, but I could not find a good Wushu anywhere. So, but now while I was in Hawaii, I got into extreme martial arts, which is combining acrobatics with martial arts. So it's a lot of demonstration type of thing. And then I got into parkour because I couldn't find anybody who did extreme martial arts. But a friend of mine in Hawaii who I began parkour with, his name is Ozzy Quintero of Hawaii Parkour. You can check it out, hawaiiparkour.com. And he's a guy that we actually began together and started a community in Hawaii together, a parkour community in Hawaii. And it's actually the biggest parkour community in the Pacific.
Right.
And it's very successful because he's put all his time and life into it, and that's why it's a big success. So in coming to Guam, with the experience with Hawaii Parkour, I saw the good, the benefit it did with the community, and how people just were attracted to it. It's something really good, and I think Guam could definitely use something different. And I wanted to, with that inspiration, wanted to start something here, a parkour community. So that's why we have a Guam Parkour Association, which is associated with the Hawaii Parkour, which is also...
which, true or false, you were the founder of?
I hate to say the name, the word founder, but
True or false? True or false?
Okay, true.
Here, I got a couple more true or false questions.
Okay.
Is it true or false that you were actually in an episode of Lost? Lost, the
true.
television show that, the big hit, Emmy Award winning, right?
By J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, that Lost.
That kind of Lost, yeah.
Not the Guam Lost one, but
I got lost in Guam, but no, the Lost in Hawaii is, yes, I was part of that.
Very
And I got into it because they just wanted to be in the setting of a real film setting, so I can learn about production at that
True
scale.
or false? Were you in an actual national McDonald's spot?
Yes, I was, but...
True or false?
True.
Were you actually, were you almost casted as the lead parkour actor in the national spot?
True. Almost.
Tell us
That
about
close.
that story.
Okay.
Tell us why you got the
gig in the first place?
Yeah.
Okay, well, networking is actually what got me the gig. I was trying to get into acting, trying to get into film and production there in Hawaii. And so I knew casting directors and people that were in ad agencies, and McDonald's asked this ad agency, hey, we want some guys who can do parkour. So the guy calls, my friend asked me, hey Jason, you want to be in a parkour commercial? I was like, how about I invite my parkour community and we all try out like one big audition. It'd be fun. And so that's what happened. But prior to that audition, I broke my ankle. And of course, I could not really show off what I wanted to show off.
And there's actually a YouTube video where you break your ankle. That actual
embarrassing
ankle,
video,
right?
Yes.
Where you break your ankle.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I'll probably post that up with this link. But it's quite cool to just see, that was basically what costed you the opportunity to star in a national spot. Although you had great face time, was like, 2 or 3 seconds. No, that's big, dude. In a national spot, come on.
2 seconds of fame.
Yeah.
Probably less of that.
It is huge.
Okay.
But yeah, it's cool to know that video. That was the actual moment that determined whether or not you were gonna, be casted as that lead role. So crazy. For those that don't know, there's actually a television show that you're producing, correct? And it's called Fit Guam.
Yes.
And I think right now there are certain television networks that are showing some interest, but I believe that you may be showing on Good TV, Channel 25. Right?
Possibly, if things all flow well, it should be on Good TV.
Very cool. So now, tell us how your passions, evolved into Fit Guam, and what your efforts are in Fit Guam.
Okay. Well, Fit Guam is all about just being active. It's not, we're not your typical exercise show where we show you how to do things and show you how to calculate calories and that sort of thing. It's not about that. It's about bringing our mindset back to the way things were back in our ancient times, when there was no such thing as being outdoors, because our life was outdoors. No such thing as dieting or trying to figure out what's the right thing to eat for your body, because we ate off the land. Everything that was made was for us, and we were in that design. But today we have to really struggle. We have to remember to exercise. We have to remember to eat right, and also rest. So Fit Guam is about inspiring us to keep it simple. Try not to complicate our lives with all these different ideas about being active. Just get outside and play. That's what I was talking about earlier. Just play. So the show is going to feature people in Guam that actually live an active lifestyle, and within that lifestyle, it benefits their health. So it's a full circle kind of show where. So for example, the first episode, which you can check out online, Pt.1.com, the first it's about Wing Chun, a rare type of Kung Fu form. It's actually the newest or latest, youngest Kung Fu form. And there's one guy in Guam who teaches it. And he runs a school out of his house, his living room. And so I really found this guy interesting because he's somebody who's not taking a martial art because everybody else is doing it. He's not taking it, because he wants to beat up people with it. But he just likes the whole aspect of the martial art, the simplicity of the martial art. And he makes it, he incorporates it into his life, where he actually trains, lives it, and he promotes it out of his living room. So it's a very interesting story. So check it out. It's online. Fitguam.com.
So tell us about your, your involvement in the show.
Okay, well, my involvement with the show is 100%, because I can't really pay anybody right now to be involved, but I produce and direct it, and it's all completely low budget. Everybody that's involved with it is all volunteer. So I have a co-host. Her name is RG Biari. She's perfect for, our chemistry together is, we're just dorks playing around in camera, basically. So she fit perfectly, and she's doing it 100% volunteer. She just likes the opportunity, and then we have occasional cameramen around their schedule. They'll come and help out. So
very cool, very cool.
And then wait, can I say that that I have a so-called Munya brother.
I'm sorry?
Yes, there's a Munya brother.
Oh, what? I can't hear you, dude.
And Don helps me on the show too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been a big help too. So thank you, half of the Munya brothers.
So cool.
Well, no, actually, both of you guys have been supportive, so
Thanks, man. So I guess you pretty much told us who, runs the show. That'd pretty much be you. So take us through like an average production flow of like Guam, Fit Guam.
For Fit Guam?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's all lined up. I have these interests. So it's Wing Chun is the first one. The next one's going to be about parkour, the Guam Parkour Association. Next one's going to be about, let me see if I have this correctly. Oh, mixed martial arts. And then breakdancing, ballroom dancing, and last one is going to be featuring a close friend of mine on kickboxing, his life in kickboxing here in Guam. So that's the first season, and how I go about it is I'll just go and follow this person around in their areas of life that has to do with activity, and just kind of fill it in with other things that I can't really give you an idea because there's no workflow right now.
Let me ask you then, because Kel and I too are we're just pretty much feeling around too as far as local content, and we've considered getting into making local television shows for TV.
Cool.
And so I think that you've actually done much more than we have as far as getting involved with local television. So I'd like to ask you, as a creator and director of your own show, what's the biggest obstacles
Okay.
of producing the show and also getting it on, getting it aired on television?
Okay, got it. Well, that's a very good question, and I'm not sure. Okay, the best way to put it is the The biggest challenge is actually getting it on a network.
And why?